Hello everyone, it's me, Mama Dew, and we are now on October the 2nd, right? So it's Bring 'em Home October. So Spirit is going to be leading us each day for an intuitive reading regarding a missing person or a missing person case, okay? The one that Spirit is brought to the forefront for today happened a long time ago. 14 years. Just over 14 years. Yet, earlier this year, this person's name was trending because somebody said they knew where it had been revealed to them where she was buried. And the Portuguese police was in the process of excavating the area. Yes, I'm talking about Madeleine Mccann. Mccann. She vanished on May the 3rd, 2007 from a holiday apartment she was staying in Portugal with her family. I can try to say it, but I'm not making any promises about my enunciation of it, alright? Here we go. Praia de Luz in the Algarve, Portugal. Why doesn't this tell me how old Madeleine is? Hold on. There we go. She was 3, right? Yes, she was 3 years old when she disappeared. It set off a worldwide search. Ended up, and money, when it comes to children and missing persons, money should never be an object. But it ended up costing $12 million to the police departments that was involved. And here we are, 14 years later, and Madeleine's whereabouts are still unknown. I'm hard-pressed to even think that there's somebody who has not ever heard of Madeleine because of the level of news coverage that this case received during many years. Her parents, Jerry and Kate, had left their 3 children, Madeleine and toddler twins, Sean and Emily, sleeping in the apartment as they went to dinner at a tapas, I think it's pronounced Tapas bar nearby. And when they returned to check on her later, Madeleine had disappeared. I've seen so much coverage. I've seen documentaries on this. Both parents were doctors. And by the next summer, the Mccanns had been cleared by the investigators, who said they had exhausted all avenues in the case. But the window was open somehow. And there were so many people traipsing through this holiday apartment that there was destruction of evidence of what occurred. There was reports of people being seen, and people being seen carrying blonde little children. It was as it was one giant media fest. Okay. June of 2020, there was this guy named Christian, a convicted pedophile and rapist, and he was named the prime suspect in the disappearance. Now we have another guy. What is his name? No, it's the same guy. Sorry. Christian Bruckner. He's in jail now for sexually assaulting an elderly woman. And he's denying anything to do with this. But he had a compound close to there that him and his girlfriend had access to. And I'm finding reports saying the compounds have never been searched. Okay, I understand. Without probable cause, it would be difficult to get a search warrant to go in and search. I understand everybody has rights. So we're going to get started on this reading and ask Spirit what messages Spirit would like to provide to us regarding the disappearance of Madeleine Mccann. But before we do, let's ask Spirit for a card of affirmation for family, friends, soul tribe members, and all those invested in this case, including law enforcement and investigators, and those searchers. Today, I am loved. Of course, I can't see the camera from how I've got everything else up. There we go. Today, I'm loved. Today, I will know in my heart that I deserve love and respect. Even on the hard days, you deserve love. And some days are hard. And some days we end up with information that's uncomfortable. And some days we end up with information that is sad. Some days it's very pleasing. So, let's see what messages Spirit would like to reveal to us regarding Madeleine McCann's disappearance from Portugal. Thank you for all messages forthcoming. What say ye? Such a happy, happy little girl, the son. Very happy little girl. Of course she was. She's living a good life. Happy. Parents love one another, and they love you, and they love your twins. It's a happy life. And you're on vacation, too. All the better. King of Wands. An intrusion. I know it's a desktop, but from a quick glance, it looks like a window. Like somebody's coming through the window. Six of Swords in reverse. They did not have good intentions. They weren't there to play patty cake. This intruder, this person who was undesirable. This was a very undesirable energy. Two of Cups. Really, Mom and Dad are here. Okay, so here's Mom and Dad. They're at the tapas. They're having drinks. They're having dinner. And somebody went in and grabbed Madeleine. This is straight up. I mean, that is just point blank. Very happy, happy, happy girl. A very undesirable energy comes in with very unpleasant intentions. Very. They didn't come in to bring happiness or play patty cake. And Mom and Dad were not aware. They didn't know. This person noticed that little Madeleine could not protect herself, and there was nobody there to protect her. There was nothing she was going to be able to do to them to prevent them from grabbing her. There was no way she was going to be able to protect herself from the assault, the kidnapping, the abduction. What other clarifiers do you have, Spirit? Can you clarify? I guess so. You can, huh? The Tower in reverse. Her little self tried to fight. She didn't want to go. She kept saying no. No, I want my mama. I want my dad. I want my mom. This person didn't care. The Judgment's in reverse. This person with their, and I'm going to use mental illness here because this person's not thinking clearly at all. Because they don't care what repercussions anybody else has as long as they get what they want. As long as they're satisfied in their sick and twisted way. Yeah. They wanted somebody who they desired. The King of Cups. They wanted a victim. Someone who they could take advantage of. Three of Cups in reverse. It didn't go down the way they thought it would. She cried. She resisted. It wasn't like he was talking to, and I say he because it's the king is here. And we have the king here too. We have two kings. I believe this is a male. It's a very dominant male energy. Someone who thinks they're in control, but they are really the farthest from it. They truly, their energy is from fear. Absolutely, fear and anxiety is what guides them. And she was too much to handle. An older child or an older adult, he might have been able to scare them enough to get quiet. But a 3-year-old really didn't understand that concept. So she never got quiet. The moon in reverse. She's between two walls. When she didn't get quiet, he tried to subdue her. Did this person sexually assault Madeleine? Ooh, what a question. Did this predator assault sexually little Madeleine? No. The sun is here again. No. No, he did not. He did not get that pleasure. Did this person strangle Madeleine? Did this person silence Madeleine? Four of Cups in reverse. See how the cup is being held there? Yeah, this was manual strangling, manual. This is so detailed, Spirit. But we thank you. We appreciate you guiding us. It didn't last long. How long she was held captive, because she drove him up a wall because she wouldn't shut up. And he knew that it would bring too much attention if she didn't. And so he silenced her. He stopped her breathing. What else would you like to reveal to us, Spirit, regarding Madeleine Mccann's disappearance from Portugal? What, can you tell us anything about this predator? Yes, you can. A storybook, huh? Slide these over just a little bit. Five of Wands in reverse. This person has changed how they are seen in the public. They used to be very visible. Not so much anymore. The moon, they could very well be a Pisces or a Cancer. Most likely a Pisces, or have Pisces strong in their chart. They see themselves as very bold, and they're seen by others as being fragile, actually. As someone who is somewhat incompetent now. Someone who may very well seem as though they have decreased mentally, declined mentally. They may be showing early signs of dementia. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. They're married or in a serious relationship. They're not real pleased with it. But most pedophiles in relationships with adults are not real pleased, right? That's not what entices them. So, This person absolutely, because they're in this unhappy relationship, the person that views them as weak could absolutely be their spouse. Page of Cups in reverse. They're dreading the day when the connection is made. They think about it daily, multiple times a day. They feel very uncomfortable going near the law enforcement or being in the presence of a TV if there's something on the TV or the radio regarding Madeleine. The Nine of Swords, very worried. Yeah. They feel the walls closing in on them every day, and they've had a lot of years to feel those walls closing in. It's absolutely taken a toll on this person, not just physically, but mentally. It has exhausted them. King of Pentacles. So this person owns a business, or they're a supervisor in a business. I do believe that they're kind of considered high ranking. And so this, especially this part about this dementia coming on, it should fairly be well known. Two of Swords. This person really keeps things close to them and still visits the area that Madeleine has been resting in. It's not that they pull up to the spot, but they do pass that area. Five of Cups in reverse. They've never mourned Madeleine's passing or had regret for what they'd done to the family, to the little girl, to the world, to everybody invested in this case. Because this person felt it was something that was due to them. It was their right to possess her. Ace of Pentacles. It brought a union of their souls together. That's what this person's thinking, not me. Well, seriously, not coming from me. Oh, this person really felt that by stealing this little girl, by kidnapping little Maddie, by harming her, that it was bringing a new life to them with this new connection between Maddie's energy and their energy. And the Ace of Cups. That their love would be forever. And that Maddie is now a part of him. Oh, you horrible, horrible predator, you. You horrible being. I did ask, though, to tell me about this person. Spirit, how can we find the evidence to bring Madeleine McCann home? What can be done to find the evidence to bring Madeleine home? Another story. Nine of Cups in reverse. Well, that's some very unhappy times. That's realizing that dreams were wrecked. All those cups were picked up and thrown across against the wall. Shattered. That was what happened to Madeleine's life, to her family's life. Page of Pentacles in reverse. The loss of stability, the loss of your reality. Yeah, that's the way the parents felt. Their reality was suddenly so very altered. They went on vacation, on holiday with 3 children, and suddenly one was gone. And at that point, they were being accused relentlessly of harming this little girl. They were later cleared of any involvement. There were many witnesses because they went back to the room more than once, okay? It was 2 or 3 times during having a drink and eating. So in like an hour's time, they went back 3 times. That's like every 20 minutes, every 15 minutes. And they could see the room. I seen it on the documentary. From where they were sitting to where the room was at, you could see the lights on in the room. You could see the window. But of course, they didn't sit there at that table and stare at it. Otherwise, they would have seen somebody. The hangman in the upright. Don't give up. Never give up. Focus. Stay focused. Stay diligent. Follow the leads. Follow your intuition. Spirit's talking to you. And this is going out to all those invested in this reading, in this case regarding Maddie. Whether you're law enforcement, investigators, an online web sleuths, family, friends, soul tribe. Follow your intuition. Spirit is communicating with you and guiding you. Things are coming together. Things are happening the way they should. Things are aligning up for the right people to be in the right place at the right time, for all the information to pour out. There you go. 8 of Wands, that's the information. That's the person speaking up that's aware. It may be the predator slipping up. It may be that the predator passes away and does a deathbed confession. With dementia, that's very well possible. Knight of Swords in reverse, yeah, very well possible here, because the Knight of Swords in reverse is not meaning to do this, not meaning to say this, not meaning to confess, but there's going to be a very rapid exchange of information. And the Magician in reverse. Pop goes the weasel. As if the moment that all that information comes to the surface, this person who thought they were the magician and thought that them and Maddie would be together forever and entwined loses their power. They'll no longer have the control over Maddie, the family, the police. They'll simply be known as the predator. And this is a very rapid exchange of information. It's very straightforward that this person has If it's not dementia from like Alzheimer's, it absolutely can be some cognitive decline associated with another health ailment, such as having had a cerebral vascular accident or something, a stroke. Okay? So the most likely outcome of this reading is the Queen of Swords. And the Queen says, off with your head. This is thinking very clearly. This is following your instincts, following spirit to do what you know is right. Even if it doesn't seem feasible. Because this person isn't one of your most, in some ways, this person is not one of your more, I hit the nail on the head that they're a predator. Unless you know something, you may not think it. Without all the details, without A plus B equaling C, you may not think it. And why is that? The Queen is the one who's going to do the slicing and the dicing and cut out the BS. Whoops, and that's clarified by the Two of Cups. A mother's love. That's what that's all about. A mother's love. A father's love. The love of soulmates. There was many, many memories that were supposed to be created in this lifetime together that this family missed out on because of a predator. So if you know any information, if you were there, if you saw anything, if you've seen anybody post that something suspicious, speak up and speak out. Now let's see from spirit guide, angels, and ancestors. What is your romance card for those invested in this reading? For Bring Them Home October. Yes, it's unrequited love. This very mentally challenged individual thought that by taking this little baby girl, this little 3-year-old, that they would be united forever and ever. But she was just a little baby girl. She was just 3 years old. And the only people she loved was mom and dad. And her brother and sister. Yeah, I think, I know the sister's name is Emily, and I can't remember the brother's name now. But there wasn't enough love because it's a 3-year-old. And this person was absolutely not thinking rationally, okay? Absolutely very sick and deprived. Let's see what your Archangel card is for this reading, for those invested. Yes, victory. Victory. And there is victory coming because Spirit says things are coming together as they should be. And there's going to be a very sudden influx of information that had been silent, that had been off limits. And it's going to take away the power of the one who took away Maddie, who took away Madeleine. I do have a question because I want to know. I have a question. You know, I told you about Christians, alright? But Could this be Christian? Absolutely. Christian, I mean, they had compounds, they had money, they had, you know, businesses around them and so forth like that. But he's in jail, and this reading says nothing about being in jail and being in jail for being a predator. Okay? So I want to know, has this predator, the one who harmed Madeleine McCann, have they ever been incarcerated for any other predatory assaults or cases? Has this person been to jail for harming other people, Spirit? Page of Swords in reverse. A message of silence. A message of ideals. And it's clarified by the Knight of Cups. Okay, so this person has been in front of the court system. It looks as though they pled out to the court. How do you say that? You can tell I've never been involved in a criminal case. They asked for mercy of the court. They begged for leniency. And they got it. They got it. So was this before or after Madeleine was kidnapped, Spirit? Was this before? Six of Pentacles. It was after. Okay, so that's something the Portugal police could absolutely, the UK police, whoever wants to look at it, can look at, is people who were arrested, charged 3+ years after Madeleine vanished. Strength in reverse. That's Leo, 7 and 8. So 3 to 8 years after Madeleine disappeared. So Madeleine disappeared May 2007. So this person has been before the court system, been brought up on charges, accused of harming another person in a deranged way, sometime between 2010 and 2015. And they pled out. They begged for the mercy of the court, and they received it. May the 12th. A beautiful, beautiful Taurus. Okay, so everybody, one last card, okay? Regarding Madeleine. Let's ask Spirit for a card of advice for everyone invested in this reading, in this case. Spirit is showing me she's between two walls. Did not give me any other information about her location, but that she's kind of in a garden area between two walls. Let me change so I can see to show you this. There we go. It's called a beautiful rat. Where you doesn't have as much glare. There we go. The powerful energy you've exerted and the fierce time you've left behind has left you depleted. And it is emotionally, mentally, and physically draining to have a missing person close to you. And even more so if you're being accused of harming them. This is a time for restoration, and you must slow down, wrap yourself in a metaphorical, cuddly blanket, and drift, just for a time. Ill health, aches and pains, colds and flu, old patterns, a feeling of sadness, weight, dreams that are not nightmares, but are not comfort. It is now time for you to be the solace you wish for. It's time to bring healing to the table, to take very good care of your beautiful self, slow down, and head in an environment you give to yourself. If someone will look after you, all the better. If there is no one there, then be your own nurse and treat yourself with so much love and tender compassion. Your energy will resurge again, vital, flowing, bright, and quick. After this time of gentle sleep and rest. Spirit's asking you to get some rest right now so that you're regenerating and clearing all your chakras for whenever this information starts pounding out. Because it's going to be very rapid when it happens, and it's going to come quite a shock. I'll see you all soon with the next reading. Remember, I'm doing one of these daily for the month of October. Because, well, we need to bring them home. We need to bring them all home. I'll see you soon with your next reading. Namaste.